Hey guys, Kelly and Katie here again today on Wednesday, the 11th, right? Today's the 11th, that's a good omen. And we wanted to sing one of Kelly's favorite songs, just a small little part of it, because I feel like that's a fun way to get these interviews started. So, ready?
Ready?
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
You are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring you down.
I love it. So tell me why you like that song before we get going with the rest of the
Yeah.
questions.
Well, growing up, I wasn't as confident as I am now, and that song really inspires me to, feel good about myself no matter what I look. Right? So it gives me that confidence. And I remember using it for a team building with my team during my first job. So that memory sticks out.
Yeah.
And I still love the lyrics of that song. And I would tell young girls to listen to that song and really feel the message. And I'm sure you will feel empowered as well. I hope that you feel empowered because you are beautiful. We are all beautiful.
All of us. Yeah. And I love how the power of music, if we really do pay attention to not just how it makes us feel, but like the lyrics.
Yeah.
How they have so much meaning and we can all relate to them. Like music to me is like so magical and like life. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, that's
But
fun.
to get started, I have a few questions for Kelly, and just to get to for all of us to get to know a little bit more about her and her business. This is part of my series, What's Your Story, Morning Glory, as part of my business, WELLthy Life, because I feel like we all have such a special story, and when we share a little bit of our stories with each other, I feel like it's inspirational and gives all of us courage to share a little bit more because we have so many different chapters that make up our lives. And
Absolutely.
and yeah, life is amazing. It's beautiful. It's challenging. But more of us sharing our stories, I think, is good. So we can build a community. So to start, this is kind of like a little bit about you. What's something about you that people might not know, like a passion, a hobby, or interest that really lights you up?
I feel like I'm an open book. I love to travel, and right now I am incorporating that passion with my business. I love to sing, but mostly on the like in the karaoke. Yeah, that's something that I don't normally or get to do a lot more here. But back in the Philippines, I used to sing with a choir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think that's
didn't know
something
that
that
about
you and most people here in San Diego doesn't know.
Yeah.
Don't know about me.
I love singing, and I feel like being a little side note about me, like I'm part Filipina, so yeah, my mom was born in the Philippines, and the Filipino culture, we love karaoke, we love music, we
Give
love
us
singing.
a mic and we'll get it on.
So I feel like maybe we need to have a karaoke party at some point, maybe here at Kiln.
Comment if you like to join us in karaoke.
Yes, please. I mean, it's really, music is life. So thank you for sharing that. And I love that you also have such a passion for travel, because I do as well. And I feel like this world, there's so much to be explored. There's so many beautiful places and cultures and people. So the fact that you've married that, like that's what you love and it's what you do for your work, and you want other people to enjoy that as well. So as far as travel, is there a place that you've traveled to that really stayed with you, and what made that experience meaningful?
Wow. I've traveled quite a bit in Asia, and I did my first retreat in Bali. But I must say, Greece, our last retreat last year, was very memorable to me in so many ways. Like, it's my first time in Europe. I get to travel actually in other parts of Europe as well. We went to Paris, then Greece, then Rome.
Okay.
So, but the retreat is in Greece, particularly in Crete, which is the oldest civilization, right, in humanity, period. Like, they have this early humans there, and they have all this cultivation still actively happening now in the region. And they have the oldest Venetian towns. The fortresses are there, the shipwrecks are there, and you can also do different excursions in those places. They have the most amazing beaches in the world. We went to Balos Beach.
I saw your pictures and I was like, man,
it was just a week of just pure fun relaxation. At the same time, during retreats, we do our own kind of transformational work, And yeah, that was very memorable to me. And I did it with Marie Cooney, shout out to my friend, and 10 other women. So that's very special.
Are
to
you
me.
going to Greece again this year, or what's an upcoming retreat you're have planned for this year?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So I'm thinking about going to Sedona.
Okay.
I've been wanting to go there. You know, the Red Rocks. I've heard so many good things about the energy in the vortices. So yeah, I wanted to go there this spring. So if you are available, let us know. I have a few spots open.
That would be nice. I haven't been there since I'm trying to think. I think 21, and that really is another magical place. Like it's one of those places. I love Hawaii and Oregon, but when you're there, like you feel it. You feel the energy, and it's definitely look into that to joining her. As far as internationally, are you going anywhere international this year?
With everything that's going on in the world right now, I feel like I have to pause that.
Yeah.
Although I have Portugal and Costa Rica in mind, and Greece could be in the future as well. So the next 2 to 3 years, and of course the Philippines. I want to go back
I
and
have never
bring
been.
people there
Yeah.
with me, because I'm biased because I grew up there, but it's the most beautiful. Even I went to Bali. Compared to Bali, we have better beaches, and then we have those limestones. You see it on Instagram. Palawan is very beautiful. I did my college thesis there, and it's about sustainable tourism.
Awesome.
And it's like Airbnb concept. You live in the community, and then the community provides the services like the housing, the food, the tours. So you're helping the community build itself. That's why it's called sustainable tourism, and the stakeholders are part of the economy, and they benefit from the tourists, not just the big,
So it's a win-win.
establishments. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're experiencing that culture and community, and you're helping them at the same time.
And it's very authentic experience, from the food to the spelunking, the hidden places that not all the tourists know. So yeah, I hope someone is doing it in Palawan or other places, because hey, Airbnb is big everywhere. But I haven't heard, or maybe I just don't know about sustainable tourism yet. So shout out to my AIT friends and thesis mates. Maybe one of you should start it. One of us should start it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you can do it anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Sustainability is something that each of us should think about, because our planet is just one, and Mother Earth is just taking care of us. So we should take care of the Mother Earth as well.
Well, and we'll have to chat more on the side, but I feel like I don't know if I've told you about Kind Traveler yet, but I feel like you would have a collaboration or a really good conversation with them. And Jessica and her husband are part of that, so I'll connect you.
I love collaborating with people who are like-minded, same mission-driven, purpose-driven organizations.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with mindfulness, wellness, sustainability, I'm in.
Yes.
So let's talk. Let's talk.
And I love that. Part of what I love about Kellie is, we have separate businesses. We have a lot of the same interests, but it's like collaboration. When you collaborate with others, you're introducing what they do, their passions, and you've heard it before, collaboration over competition. But when I think partnering with each other is a good way for us to help the people that we want to help. So I'm all about it, and definitely reach out to both of us to do more collaborative, creative events or connections and conversations. So moving along, I love this question. Me with WELLthy Life, I just want all of us to incorporate more wellness into our lives. So what is a wellness habit or ritual that you practice, whether it's daily or weekly, that really helps you stay well in your mind, body, and spirit, like that holistic wellness? It could be something so simple, or what comes to mind?
I love that question. I start my day with meditation and prayer. So I just sit there and be grateful for everything that I have, and then I stay silent for a while. I use this app too for tracking the meditation, and Sadhguru has really great wisdom after that.
Nice.
It's called Miracle of Mind. I highly recommend. They just launched last year, and I've been using it for the past 11 months,
Okay.
12 months in May. Yeah, so or April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to
And it's really good. Yeah, I've used several apps before, but this one is the one I'm using now. And there's a lot of apps out there to help you, but yeah, some people need some guidance, and this is a good start. And then also after that, after taking care of my kids and dropping them off to school, I walk every day. Yeah,
movement.
yeah, movement is.
I'm trying to do
Even
more of that.
today, before we meet, like I was thinking, should I go to Kel and work? I'm like, I want to do my daily walk. So it has become a habit now. And of course, I do my daily yoga.
Yes.
Right? But for those who are not familiar, yoga is not just asana or movement. The thing that I mentioned, the meditation is part of yoga. So I make it a point to do some form of yoga throughout the day. So when I'm at the park, I do my stretches there already. So I'm clocking in my steps in my yoga, and then at night I'll also do some stretching because I have a daily class in our yoga school, but it coincides with my kids' pickup now, so
Right.
pickup time. But yeah, I just put them in my calendar, and then I do it every day as much as I can, unless I have meetings or
Well, and
appointments.
consistency, I think that's something I'm trying to work on. Like, I have all the information. I know what I need to do, but staying consistent when, like the overwhelm in the brain or the stress can, play into that. But I love the idea of meditation, however that works for you, whether you use an app or not, but kind of that helps set the tone for the day, and I feel like that's huge. Like,
Absolutely.
I really love the Secret app because
Yeah.
they have different, like, gratitude. They have a gratitude piece where you can type in, your gratitude for the day. And it's just, again, it's a way to set the tone for the day, get us centered in a very overwhelming and overstimulated world we live in. And then movement is huge, like I used to teach yoga. I would like to start a little bit for events, again, but it's like if I notice a difference if I don't do my morning. I definitely do my evening yoga stretch at home. But yeah, that little bit in the morning and maybe through the midday really can change how you feel throughout the day. So
Absolutely.
super important. We all know we know we need to keep movement a priority. But yeah, even if it's 5 minutes, I need to just try to do 5 minutes in the morning before I go out and do what I need to get done. So I love that. All right, so this is kind of the reflection and inspiration piece, but if someone listening today needed a little encouragement, what message would you want to leave them with?
Here.
Yeah.
My tagline for Happy Me Yoga is prioritize wellness. So that will be my advice, right? Prioritize your well-being, mind, body, and soul. Like, don't neglect yourself. You gotta fill your cup, because when you're running an empty cup, you know what happens. Burnout happens, exhaustion happens, and you don't perform well in life in general, whether it's work or being a partner, being a mom, whatever role you have, right? As a boss. But taking care of yourself is important. It's not a luxury, as most people or our culture suggests. It's actually a strategy for you to become a better person, a better leader, a better partner, everything. You just become a better person. You show up as your best. You have more compassion. You're kinder. You're more grateful, and at the same time, you attract that positivity around you. So everybody benefits by you being, centered and grounded and full.
Right.
So
And
definitely prioritize yourself and your well-being.
Yeah, and a lot of, I feel like, society, family, whatever, tries to guilt us for taking care of ourselves, but if we don't, then we all know, we're all human, we've seen how that can affect us. And I've said it in my more personal networks, and I'll say it here, like, at the end of our lives, we don't get a badge of honor for working ourselves, into the ground and overworking. No one's gonna say, yay, that person like worked 80 hours a week and worked too hard. I think we will be more proud of ourselves if, whenever that time comes, that we look back and we say, I lived longer because I took better care of myself, when I realized it needed to be a priority. So yes, please. And I skipped over a question, but it kind of dovetails into the question I skipped with work and purpose. Tell us a little about the work you do, which we talked about that leading up for, your upcoming event, but what drew you to it and keeps you passionate about it today? Which I feel like you've already kind of answered this, but
Yeah.
maybe just reiterating.
Right, and for those who didn't see the other video, I'm Kellie with HappyMe.yoga. I'm a founder of Happy ME. It's a marketing and events company, and my mission is to cultivate mindfulness at home, in the community, and in the workplace. And I do this through hosting retreats, workshops, and summit. And we talk about this summit in the other video. I'll talk about it here. Wellness at Work Summit is for leaders of the organization who want to bring more wellness in the workplace and to take care of, their employees, mental well-being, emotional well-being. Of course, the physical well-being is there, and motivate them to be a better performer, a better team leader, or a better employee overall.
Right.
So we have wonderful speakers coming to the summit talking about leadership, communication, engagement, belonging, and we're having wellness activations for all the participants. And at the end of the day, we will have a 90-day roadmap wherein participants, leaders of the company, whether you're in HR or you're the head of the company, you can plan a 90-day roadmap to implement wellness at work and what that looks like, because it could be different for everyone. So it could be like maybe a quarterly workshop with challenge, maybe about one quarter will be physical wellness, the second quarter would be about culture, team building, the next would be leadership, and all that component into this ecosystem. I call it the 4 pillars. So I have leadership, because I believe it starts from the top, right?
Well, and if you don't have good leadership, like that's a deal breaker.
You role model it, and if people see you actually taking care and caring for employees and giving them the breaks they need or the benefit they need to perform better, then they will engage more. Right. And then we have connection. Connection is about belonging, about social well-being, right? Feeling safe in the workplace, so people are more open to communication and ideas, and also maybe conflict resolution. And then we have the mind and the body, which we talked about earlier: mental well-being, mindset, how to be a better communicator, how to be a better team leader, how to take care of yourself physically so you don't burn out. And I call this sustainable high performance, because right now what's popular is that you work hard and you hustle and then you burn yourself out, and a lot of us have experienced that in our career, and this is not sustainable and this is not helpful for anyone, the individual and the company as a whole. So as a company, I think we have to consider all of these aspects. Of course, there are many others, but I think these 4 pillars form an ecosystem, and if you implement that in your workplace, you will be in a better place from now till next year. And I believe in that. There are a lot of research available out there about why well-being is important. And in fact, there's this recent post that I came across from Indeed. 97% of employees are looking for places that take care of them, the well-being, period. Right?
And I feel like ever since COVID, we've definitely seen a shift in needing to take better care of ourselves and our people, from the top, from the leadership, and boosting morale, taking care of the welfare of the people that do the work, and getting away from this hustle culture, like we need to grind. Again, we can reiterate, and I feel like whether people want to admit it or not, I would hope you would at least admit it to yourself.
Yeah.
In order to help you take more steps to implement wellness into your life, because we all know what it's like to work, and how that affected us in some way, shape, or form, or on multiple levels. Mm-hmm. So again, the mind, body, the spirit. The mind-body connection is huge. And again, if you're really true to yourself and aware and allow yourself to know what's working and not working, I think that's what allows us to take the steps to make change in our lives.
Absolutely.
And these types of events, these types of conversations, again, whether you're an employee or the leader that needs to help the morale and welfare be a bigger priority. People will leave jobs, whether it's on their own volition or in other ways, when they don't feel valued or cared about. And again, you want to retain those good quality humans. We are humans, we are not robots, and we have to take care of ourselves. So thank you for that. And I think we're wrapping up with basically, we talked about the event coming up, but what's the best way for people to find you so they can stay connected to your upcoming events and just to learn, because you share a lot of good information, you create events, and I want people to stay engaged and to stay connected to you so they can, I wanted to say, as far as March 20th for Wellness at Work, if you can't make it in the morning portion, I mean, come, grab a ticket and join midday or in the evening, because there will be an after event for, that more networking piece of it. So yeah, if you can't attend the whole thing, just come for whenever you're available.
Yeah, the afternoon has free massages and Reiki and sound bath, so come for that.
Yeah.
But hope you can come for the whole day, because there's so much in store, like so much learning, and it's interactive. You just don't sit there and listen. Yeah.
And then as far as people can find you on LinkedIn and Instagram.
So on LinkedIn, it's Kellie Sabas, and then for website, it's happyme.yoga, and you can find all the upcoming events there. And then Instagram is at happyme.collective.
Awesome, you guys. Well, thank you for listening. Please share this, join us, and see you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Katie.
Bye, guys.